didn't expect to see you again so soon, friend. But I never refuse the gifts that Ifray is willing to give me. I came to help the Eldertide Druids, but I was too late. This battle is already lost, Blight take it. Sir Stefan's a dear friend of mine and practically a druid himself. We studied together under Archdruid Raval when we were younger. It's not unlike him to worry about the druids, even the Eldertide. The dread sales happened, but it makes no sense. The Eldertide have no riches. Druids don't care about such things, and they command formidable magic. What pirate attacks a target that can fight back for no obvious profit? That's strange. It makes me wonder what the Sea Elves really hope to gain by these attacks. Let's look around. Watch for anything that looks interesting or out of place. With any luck, we can figure out why the Sea Elves attacked Tuin. A lore keeper? What relic could they be searching for? Ember blooms? The Firesong used them to cast certain spells. Are they involved in this too? Let's take a look in the lodge. There might be something about the relic there. Archdruid Orlaith, what are you doing here?
Confirming a suspicion, little Laurel. Archdruid Raval was right to call the Dreyfa together. Tell him the Firesong will attend. The time has come to gather the seeds. The prophecy of the Druid King is at hand.
The seeds? Is that what this... Oh, Blight. She's gone. Friend, we should talk. Root and rot! That was Archdruid Orlaith, leader of the Firesong Circle. I think I know what really happened here, and I don't like it at all. The relic the Dreadsails sought is the sacred seed of the Eldertide, a gift of the last Druid King. Each circle was granted one. That's what Archdruid Orlaith meant by gathering seeds. Could she be the druid mentioned in the Dreadsails' orders? Maybe. I'm not sure why they wanted to wake free, but other Firesong tried to take the Stonelore seed right around the same time. And now this. Archdruid Orlaith mentioned the Druid King's prophecy. Could that be what this is all about? Not as far as I know. The seeds are mentioned in the dream of Kasserine, the prophecy of the last Druid King. The Firesong seem to believe its time has come. The other circles, not so much. Perhaps the Dreyfa can make sense of all this. A council of druids, elders from all three circles. Archdruid Raval of the Stonelore has summoned the Dreyfa to address grievances against the Firesong. But up till now, Orlaith ignored him. Tell Stefan about this. Pirates aren't his only problem.
So much better than reading.
single sea elf bested the lot of you?
She hit us like a storm of steel. Didn't kill anyone, though.
Can you believe this? I came to check on my knights when I found them indisposed. House Mornard's finest. Pah! Now, who are you? My knights tracked a band of dreadsails to the cave here at Suncleft Cove. As they tell it, however, a single sea elf tore through them before they could search inside. Didn't even bother to kill them. Just knocked them senseless and left them here. Right. That was in my report. Since Sir Stefan sent you, I could use your help. Scout the cave. We have to find the prisoners and free them. I'll follow once my knights recover. Just watch out. The sea elf who beat them is somewhere inside. Remember, we think the Dreadsails have prisoners in there. Maybe some knights, but certainly druids from the nearby village. Find them if you can and set them free. We'll join you as soon as my knights recover their senses. Nothing good, that's for certain. They're pirates, slavers, murderers, thieves. In my experience, the only good sea elf is a dead sea elf. These Dreadsails, though, they're the worst of their kind. Nothing like this. Isolated raids, pillaging. They were pirates before, but now they act like a conquering army. Watch out for the one that knocked my knights senseless. She must be quite a fighter to defeat them without spilling any blood. Korik's the name. Banneret in the service of House Mornard. My family has proudly served the lords of Galen for generations. I'll bring these murderous sea elves to battle and defeat them, or die in attempt. I'm not familiar with knightly ranks. Do they do things differently on the mainland? A banneret is the equivalent of a captain in my order. A knight who commands other knights. Looks like I've got some work to do with these louts, though.
This one has the information I seek. We simply need to extract it from her. I'll take her with me to the keep. Dispose of the rest as you wish, but do not tarry long.
No, please! Don't hurt them! You only need me!
Aren't fit to call yourselves Marama.
Stay your hand, stranger. This sea elf saved our lives.
I told the fool knights outside I wasn't their enemy. Do you have more sense than them? You're willing to talk. At least you're smarter than those knights outside. I suppose Sea Lord Nalos and his scum have taught the people of this island to fear anyone with blue skin. Understand this. I don't answer to that foul beast. Captain Siravane of the Gilded Blades. You'd call me a pirate, I suppose? But I'm not one of Sea Lord Nalos's traitors, and I'm not involved in all this druid foolishness. You look confused. Must be from the continent. Yes, I'm a Marmer. Well, they're not captives anymore, and you and I need not be enemies. Sea Lord Nalos is my quarry, for reasons of my own. But I'll tell you this much, mercenary. Nalos seeks some sort of druid relic. Calls it a sacred seed. I'm not sure. That slimy eel escaped and he took one of the druids with him. Probably thinks she can take him to that seed. No matter. I'll find him. Warn your allies about the Sea Lord, mercenary. Galen isn't safe while he lives.
The sea elf escaped. Oh, too bad. At least we can get these druids to safety. We'll handle things from here. Return to Vastir and report to Sir Stefan when you're ready. I'll see these druids back to their village. You should return to Vastir and report to Sir Stefan. He needs to know what happened here. He should be back in Castle Mornard by now. You'll find him there.
I'm busy, very busy.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornar going to do something?
You know, House Dufort never has these problems on High Island.
That's not entirely true. There are those incidents with the Ascendant Order.
Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Galfin. Sea elves make no distinction when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't, Dame Fada. But the Stone Lord can fend for themselves. We always have.
I'm simply suggesting that you bring your people into the city. The Vine District has enough room for more druids.
Ah, here's our mate now.
A bit chilly in here, isn't it?
I told Sir Stefan about Windwrack Fort, but he wants to hear your report. You'd better get to it before the poor lad bursts.
Well met, friend. Dulef tells me you handled yourself well at Windwrack Fort. Now, what news of the other two locations? Laurel seemed troubled when she returned, but she went to find Archdruid Reval before I could speak to her. A good thing I sent you to Tuin, then. The Eldertide rarely need or want our help, but I'm glad we could provide it. Still, why would the Dreadsails take prisoners to the Cove? When Sea Elves take captives, they usually sail off and demand ransom. The Dreadsails are working with a druid of the Firesong Circle? The Firesong usually have nothing to do with outsiders, let alone Sea Elf pirates. And now I understand why Laurel seemed so worried, and why the Dreyfa has been summoned. What madness! A war among the circles is the last thing Galen needs right now. I've been invited to observe the Dreyfa. I'd like you to tag along. Find Laurel in the Vine District here in the city. If she agrees, you can join us. The Vine District lies on the east side of the city near the harbor. It's a small druid conclave. I'll join you there shortly. I need to confer with my father and send scouts to search for Sea Lord Nalos while we attend the Dreyfa. I may be the son of Count Mornard, but I studied for years with the Stonelore Circle. I hold Druid beliefs in high regard. In fact, I share many of them, which is unusual for those not dedicated to their ranks. In return, the Druids trust me. Like most nobles, my father pays little attention to the Druids. When he must speak with the Circles, he summons emissaries to Vestir. The Dreyfa is a meeting of Druid leaders. Outsiders are rarely permitted, but they consider me almost a Druid. The Eldertide Circle has no love of outsiders. If they had their way, we'd get back into our ships and return to High Rock. The Circle here on Galen is more forgiving than the Eldertide on High Isle, but they still don't fully trust us. Yes, I'm aware. Probably has more to do with how developed High Isle has become as compared to Galen. Here, we mainly stick to our corner of the island and give the Druids free reign over the rest of it. The Stonelore are content to live alongside people who don't share their beliefs. They hope to set an example for others to follow, but they make no demands. As for the Firesong, they're reclusive. They usually stick to their isle and ignore us. My father's knights protect the city, and the harbor is well fortified. Besides, I think you chased away the Dreadsails for now. Our scouts report they're nowhere to be seen. But if you're concerned for my safety, don't be. I can fend for myself.